What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, I wanted to discuss something that has been talked about, and people are saying that another phenom in the sport of boxing, in Olympic silver medalist, superstar, undefeated rising, lightweight, title contender, soon to be, prospect, however you want to view him, in my opinion, he's already going to be a superstar. That's none other than Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis is only 5 wins, no losses, no draws. 4 wins by way of knockout. Keyshawn Davis is 23 years of age. He's 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Keyshawn Davis, he made mention of a possible future showdown with undefeated 3-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is 26 wins, no losses, no draw, 24 big wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, he's 4 years Keyshawn Davis's elder. But Keyshawn Davis, he's nearly 5 inches taller than Gervonta Tank Davis, 4.5 inches taller. He has a 3 to 4 inch arm reach advantage over Gervonta Tank Davis. Keyshawn Davis is not your average 4-0, 5-0 boxer. No, he should be viewed just like Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. This is the light in which Keyshawn Davis should be viewed in. So he's not your ordinary 5-0 fighter. See, I know a lot of people, they started to say, Keyshawn Davis, he needs to slow down. He needs to stay in his lane. Now, Keyshawn Davis, he had a major step up last night. He took on Esteban Sanchez, who was 18 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 8 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, orthodox fighter, 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach. And Keyshawn Davis, he dismantled Esteban Sanchez, okay? And he ended up getting a 6-round stoppage over Esteban Sanchez. Now, when he stated that he knows Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be available soon, and that's a fight that he wants, that's a massive fight, and that it could be a massive pay-per-view fight, he's 1,000% correct. Today's time, fighters are not waiting until they 30 wins or 20-plus wins till they get these major fights, unless you in the molding of undefeated rising welterweight superstar title contender Gervonta Boots, who is 28 wins, no losses, no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Because Gervonta Boots, he just simply can't get a fight. So he ended up having to have a massive record before he getting into the position he's going to be in May 14th as the co-main event on a pay-per-view massive undisputed junior middleweight rematch between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. He is going to face Custio Clayton, undefeated Canadian boxer, for the IBF mandatory position. But with that said, Gervonta Boots, he just simply can't get these big names in the ring. So he had to go and stay busy, right? But normally, today's time, you got guys like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, right? He just took on, in a massive unification bout, Mexican undefeated 2-division world champion, superstar boxer Oscar Valdez, who has 30 fights, okay? And Shakur Stevenson is not even nowhere near close to 30 fights, right? And we saw Shakur Stevenson completely dismantle a more experienced Oscar Valdez. Shakur Stevenson was coming into the fight with 17 fights. 17 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout at 24 years of age, okay? And he completely dismantled Oscar Valdez, who had 30 fights, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 23 big wins by way of knockout, 31 years of age, 5'5", with a 66-inch arm reach. With that said, okay, Oscar Valdez had nearly double the fights Shakur Stevenson had. Oscar Valdez has more knockouts than Shakur Stevenson has fights. And he's 7 years Shakur Stevenson's elder. And it didn't matter a single lick, okay? Then we saw, in the past, we saw Vasyl Lomachenko, right? He came in the sport of boxing. His first fight for as a professional, he fought for a title mandatory position. Then his second fight as a professional, he fought for the title against a former world champion and the world champion and a rough, rugged fighter in Orlando Salido. Now, he came up short. But guess what? In his third fight, he fought against Gary Russell for the WBC title. Okay? So, in 3 fights, at 26 years of age, he fought for world titles coming right out the gate. Okay? And everybody praised Vasyl Lomachenko because of his amateur background. Well, when you're looking at Keyshawn Davis, look at his amateur background. Great amateur background. Okay? So, with that said, many people, they started to say, well, Keyshawn Davis ain't ready for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis is a special talent. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis is a southpaw who's explosive, doesn't have many weaknesses, if any. Okay, very fast hands, fast feet when he wants to use them, sits down on his punches, can fight lateral, can fight north and south, can fight in the pocket, can fight in the mid-range, can fight on the outside, can box with you if he need be. He broke his hand in the 6th round of his fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who is a very aggressive Mexican-star boxer, and he won a unanimous decision over 12 rounds. So he fought another 6 rounds with his lead hand, his best hand, his left hand broken or fractured or however people describe it, okay? He couldn't really use it. It wasn't effective. And yet he showed that he has different facets to his game. He's versatile enough to make adjustments, and he has a great chin, right? And we already know he has a lot of power, okay? So he's special. But when you watch Keyshawn Davis last night, you knew right out the gate, this dude is special. He looked a lot like his big brother figure, mentor, undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford. It almost looked like Terrence Crawford was in the ring, but not even the Terrence Crawford that came on the scene for most people was the Brettis Prescott fight. No, he looked like the Terrence Crawford that fought Sean Porter. He looked like the Terrence Crawford that fought Igor Kavalauskas. He looked like the Terrence Crawford that fought Victor Postol. He looked like the Terrence Crawford that fought Amir Khan. He looked like the Terrence Crawford that fought Jose Benavidez and Jeff Horn. If you look at the fight and you didn't know the names, and the name wasn't on his trunks, and a different hairstyle, you would think that Keyshawn Davis, you was watching Terrence Crawford in that fight. Now, Keyshawn Davis, he don't switch like Terrence Crawford. Now, Terrence Crawford switches from southpaw to orthodox, okay? Extremely long arms. Keyshawn Davis has extremely long arms, okay? And he ain't even finished growing yet. He looks so impressive, so elusive last night, right? And so when he says that the fight that he wants and his super fight is going to be Gervonta Tank Davis, and he plans to have it sooner than later, right? He's an orthodox fighter. Terrence Crawford now, to me, is predominantly a southpaw fighter, right? But when you look at Keyshawn Davis, you thought that you was watching Terrence Crawford in that ring last night. So you say Keyshawn Davis in about another 3 years, not even. Maybe another year. Now, the hurdle here is obviously Keyshawn Davis is with legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO, promoter Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank. We know Gervonta Tank Davis is with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. He fights on Showtime with Showtime President of Sports, Steven Espinoza, and he's currently signed to retired legendary Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer and founder of Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Money Mayweather. Well, Gervonta Tank Davis recently stated that he plans to part ways from Mayweather Promotions. So he still plans to be with PBC, Al Heyman, and Showtime, though. That's still going to be a hurdle. So the time is going to have to build up to it. It's going to be impossible not to make the fight happen. It's going to be worth the while of putting joint promotions, bringing Showtime and ESPN together to make a fight of that magnitude. So that's why I said it's going to take some time. It's going to take some years. But Keyshawn Davis, he's already looking in the future. At 135, How many fighters you think could beat Keyshawn Davis at 135? He's a problem for the lightweight division. He's a problem for the sport of boxing. He's 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach, 23 years of age. He looked like Terrence Crawford. I can't reiterate that enough. In the ring, but he looked like Terrence Crawford right now. Something similar to how Shakur Stevenson looks like Money Mayweather right now. How Devin Haney looks like a mixture of Money Mayweather and Pretty Boy Floyd right now. And Sugar Ray Leonard right now. Right? How Jerome Boots Ennis looks like Roy Jones Jr. right now. They 24 and 23 years of age. They ready. They ready. Now, obviously, we got to see Keyshawn Davis step it up in level of competition. Esteban Sanchez was a step-up fight. Didn't look like it, but it was. You got WBA, World Boxing Association, regular interim lightweight title contender in Rolando Rolly Romero, who has 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 26, 5'8", with a 68-inch arm reach. He's getting an opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis May 28th. May 28th, you're going to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Rolly Romero. I would have to say that Keyshawn Davis is leaps and bounds skill set and talent ahead of Rolando Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero, he took to social media. He wasn't happy, and he stated that Keyshawn Davis is not a good fighter, don't have power, couldn't get out a guy who was a quote-unquote a showcase fight. He was a fill-in. Keyshawn Davis' talent, skill set, and craft is, you look at the two fighters, clear Keyshawn Davis' talent is above Rolando Rolly Romero. And yet Rolly Romero's fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. So we got to see how they matchmake. I think Top Rank has the best matchmaking in all of boxing. So we're going to see how this plays out moving forward. So Keyshawn Davis versus Gervonta Tank Davis, very interesting fight. His length, his size, his skill set can be a true problem for Gervonta Tank Davis. But Gervonta Tank Davis' athletic ability, his southpaw stance, his explosiveness, his ring IQ, his hand speed, that could be a problem for Keyshawn Davis. But I definitely could see this being a mega fight. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like the shitty videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.